A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I want A+ English because it's so much fun. English education for you and everyone, so come along. Learn some grammar, learn a phrase, learn something new every day. Learn the A+ way. Hey, it's time to start the show. Are you ready? Good, 'cause here we go. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H. I want A+ English.
Hi everyone, and welcome to A+ English. I'm Pat.
And I'm Elsie.
And today we're starting our story article for this month. The story is The Girl Who Drank the Moon.
Drank the moon.
Drank the moon.
Or drank on the moon.
Well, we're not quite sure, but if you see a title like The Girl Who Drank the Moon, you probably think this isn't going to be a normal kind of story about someone growing up and having a real life and going to school. This seems like it's going to be a little different. And our warm-up question sort of reinforces that idea. It asks, what kind of magic power would you want to have? Why?
What kind of magic power? I would want to be able to read people's minds.
Okay, why?
Because I want to know what they're really thinking about.
I don't think I would want to know what they're really thinking about. I would go with teleportation, the idea that you can snap your fingers like Thanos, but you don't kill so many people, but you just move from one place to another immediately. Don't need to work, to commute to work, just straight there. I want to see my parents. Boom, I'm in England. No problem, no messing around, no waiting on airplanes.
That's a good one.
That would be wonderful. But what kind of magic powers are we talking about in this story? Let's read through day one and find out.
The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Warm-up question. What kind of magic power would you want to have? Why?
Once a year, the elders of the town make a sacrifice. They give a baby to the witch. This time, though, the mother won't give up her baby daughter.
You cannot have her,
she says, but the elders still take the baby away. Soldiers take the mother away to live with the Sisters of the Star. She goes mad with sorrow. They call her the Mad Woman. The elders leave the baby in the forest. The witch Zan comes along to save her. She always saves the babies and gives them to new families. However, by accident, she feeds this baby light from the moon. This gives the baby magic powers.
So our story begins and says, once a year, the elders of the town make a sacrifice. Oh, it's a pretty dark kind of opening there. Let's find out why and what some of these words mean.
对，我们今天开头讲到的 elders。elder 这个字呢，名词，什么意思 ？Let's find out. Elder 这个名词呢，在课文当中啊，解释为长老，所以我们看到 the elders of the town， 那就是镇上的长老们。那当然 elder 也可以指长辈或是长者，所以我们可以说啊 ，sometimes you should listen to the advice of your elders。有些时候啊，你应该听长辈的意见。那再来呢，你如果在 elder 的字尾加上 ly 变成 elderly， 这个形容词就是年老的，所以 the elderly 那就是老年人。单字例句给的是呢 ，The people asked the town elder for advice about the future. He was old and had a lot of experience. 居民寻求镇上长老有关未来的建议，他年事已高，而且有许多的经历。
Here's another example from a famous fairy story. The town elders decided to ask someone to come and kill all the rats. From the Pied Piper. Now, in this article, you'll see the word elders has a capital letter E,
right,
not a small letter. And we often do that when we're telling stories to show that it's not just the older people, but it's the title. Maybe this is a group of people who runs the town and they're kind of important. That's why we give them the capital, the big letter E, instead of just saying, oh, it's just the old people made this decision. No, it's the leaders who do it. And the decision is all about a sacrifice.
Sacrifice 这边呢是名词的用法，代表的是献出或是牺牲。所以我们看到 make a sacrifice， 那就是做出牺牲。这边是要做出怎么样的牺牲 ？What kind of sacrifice?
Well, often we talk about sacrifices in a nice way or fairly nice way. You have to give up something in order to get something. Maybe you just can't have both, so you can use it as a verb. You sacrifice one thing and get something else. Like, we need to make a sacrifice and give up our vacation to save for a new house. However, in the old days, a sacrifice would often mean killing an animal to make the gods happy, and sometimes not just an animal. We read in the article, they, the elders, give a baby to the witch.
OK， 所以这里杀的不是动物，这边杀的是 baby。
Right, that's... don't like that.
或是不把 baby 杀掉，直接把它给到女巫的手上。那我们看到给这个动词呢是 give， 好，它是一个授予动词。那我们先进到 Magic Box 听讲师讲解咯。
Magic Box。大家好，江湖上无人不知无人不晓，最凶恶的海盗就是我呼船长啦。俗话说啊，施比受更有福哦。It is more blessed to give than to receive. 做人哦，就是要慷慨一点了。所以啊，我的东西是我的，你的东西也是我的，哈哈哈，通通都给我啦。所以啊，我们给东西到底该怎么给？英文要怎么说呢？英文里面呢，就有一票动词，用法很特别呢，就叫做授予动词。顾名思义呢，就是要用在给别人的东西、授予别人东西的时候使用了。例如呢，我们刚刚看到的施比受更有福，这个 give 给予就是一个授予动词咯。授予动词为什么特别呢？因为啊，一般动词呢通常只需要一个受词。例如呢 ，I like bananas， 我喜欢香蕉。这个句子里面呢，我们 like 是动词，只有呢 banana 一个受词。但是啊，我们授予动词呢，则需要两个受词了。一个呢是间接受词，通常呢是这个被给予的对象，通常是人了。另一个呢直接受词，则是我们给他的东西。举例来说呢，今年我生日，我的船员们呢送我一条金光闪闪的项链。They gave me a gold necklace. They gave me a gold necklace. 这边呢，我本人哦 ，me 就是间接受词，而这边呢 ，a gold necklace 一条金项链呢，就是直接受词。授予动词呢，就是这样的使用的哦。知道呢，它要有两个受词，但是这两个受词的位置怎么摆呀？以刚刚的 give 为例呢，我们可以 give 人什么东西？例如刚刚的句子 ，They gave me a gold necklace， 他们给我一条项链。一样的意思呢，我们句子也可以改写成 They gave a gold necklace to me， 意思完全一样哦，但是句型呢变成 give 什么东西 to 谁，我们呢句子也可以这样子使用。除了 give 之外，还有哪一些动词也是这样使用的啊？我们呢也可以用 get 这个字哦，除了拿什么东西之外呢，也有给什么东西的意思。例如呢，早上起床，哎呀，我呢在船上迎来美好的早晨。我的船员们呢，他们就问我了，船长要不要帮你准备一些什么吗？ Please get me a coffee， 请帮我来一杯咖啡吧。跟刚刚的 give 一样呢，我们也可以用这个介系词来改写对调受词的位置。Please get a coffee for me。我们在这边呢搭配的是 for。一样用 for 的呢，还有买东西的买哦。Please buy me a coffee， 或者是呢 Please buy a coffee for me。授予动词呢就是这样使用的咯。然后啊，既然呢施比受更有福，这杯咖啡你呀就请我喝吧，哈哈。
所以回到课文来呢，我们说 they give a baby to the witch， 也可以说 they give the witch a baby。每年镇上长老都会献祭一位婴儿给女巫 ，witch 这个字就是女巫的意思。
Yeah, the witch had a cat and a very tall black cat. and rode through the air like a big black bat. That's often how we think of witches. There's lots of them in stories. It's almost always a woman. It's almost always a bad person.
It's always old.
Wear black, ride a broomstick, have cats, that kind of thing. And again, we've got this witch has got a capital letter W. So it's not just a witch, it's the witch. This is a special single person that everybody knows about. The witch who lives in the forest. So they give the witch a baby to presumably make the witch leave them alone or something. But the article says, this time though, the mother won't give up her baby daughter.
我们看到 give up 代表是放弃，所以这一次这个婴儿的母亲，她不愿意放弃自己的女婴。
Yeah, she won't. She's got it, but she doesn't want to give it away. We could also say in a more nice way, the boy gave up his seat on the bus to the old woman. So she doesn't want them to take her baby away. Very understandable, very natural. We read in the article, you cannot have her, she says, but the elders still take the baby away.
这个妈妈就说啦，你不能把她给女巫啊，这是我的 baby， 我的女儿。可是长老们呢，还是把女婴带走了。
Right, and we see that soldiers take the mother away to live with the sisters of the star.
那士兵们就过来把这个妈妈带走，让她去跟 Sisters of the Star 住在一起。
Yeah, do remember them. We'll kind of go back to them later. Often when you see a group of people called the Sisters of something, this is probably a group of maybe religious people. It's all women. They live together in a special place and they often do good things like take care of poor people, look after sick people. We'll find out more about the Sisters of the Star later. What we know now, though, is she, the mother who's had her baby taken away, she goes mad with sorrow.
这里的 she 指的就是婴儿被带走的那位母亲，她发生了一件事情 ，she goes mad with sorrow. Mad 这个形容词，我们来看一下这边的解释。Mad 这个形容词呢，在这边解释为发疯的或是精神错乱的。Goes mad with sorrow 代表他过度悲伤而发疯、精神错乱。那还有一个解释呢是 crazy， 好，就是发疯的，也可以说像是 You must be mad to quit your job， 你一定是疯了才辞职。这边不是指的真的精神错乱，而指的是他这个举动是很疯狂的。那再来 angry 也是其中一个解释哦，代表生气的。So for example, are you still mad at me? 你还在生我的气吗？那单词例句给的是Jeff's parents went mad with worry when their son didn't come home on time. 当 Jeff 没有准时回到家的时候，他的父母亲担心的要疯了。
We could also say the man went mad after he lost his family in a fire. So you could go mad with anger, with loss, with some other problem. Here the man is going mad or the woman's going mad due to sorrow.
没错，这边的母亲啊，是因为太悲痛而发疯。悲痛、悲伤，我们用到名词 sorrow 这个字。
You could say, I felt deep sorrow after I read about all the people who died in the earthquake. So the mother of this child understandably has gone mad, and we find out they, just people in general, call her the mad woman.
The mad woman， 你看到 mad 这个形容词后面又加上了 W-O-M-A-N， 那代表的是一个行为古怪的女人，或是你要说疯女人也可以。
Yeah, and we could use madman for a guy, all one word. So we move on to the story, back to the actual baby. We see the elders leave the baby in the forest.
这些长老们拿到这个女婴之后，把她留在哪边呢？是 forest 这个地方。我们来看一下这个字的解释咯。Forest 这个名词呢，指的是森林。那 rainforest 指的就是雨林。Tropical rainforest 那指的就是热带雨林。那另外呢 woods W-O-O-D-S 它也是森林，但是跟 forest 比起来的话呢，它的规模会比较小一些。那单字例句给的是 There is a forest behind my house. You can see lots of different trees and plants there. 我家后面有一片森林，你在那边可以看见许多不同的树木还有植物。
Or if it's a very thick, wet forest, you'd call it a jungle.
Oh, jungle 丛林。
Right. So you could say the men went into the forest to cut down trees to build houses with. But in this forest, there's a baby just been left there, and the witch comes along. but does something you might not expect. We read, the witch, Zan, comes along to save her.
哦，本来女婴是要给女巫的，可是这个时候女巫出来 save the baby.
Yeah, she's a good witch, it seems.
哦，所以我们看到出现到达用的是 come along 这个动词片语。
So you could say when we use come along, it sort of arrives. You might often say, I waited a long time for the bus, and then 3 came along almost at the same time. Often happens when the traffic's busy. So it looks like Jeanne does use some kind of magic because she is a witch, but not in a bad way. We read in the article, she always saves the babies and gives them to new families.
Oh, so she always does this. So she's a kind witch.
Exactly.
她总是呢为了拯救这些婴儿，然后呢把他们再交给新的家庭抚养。
Yeah, she's probably thinking, stop leaving these babies in the woods. I'm looking after them. I won't come and do bad things in your village. You need to stop this kind of sacrifice. But maybe they never quite get the message. So normally she takes the babies when she finds them, goes to another place, gives it to a family who are hoping to have a baby so someone can take care. This time though, something different happens. We read in the article, however, by accident, she feeds this baby light from the moon.
Accident 这个字我们学过是意外，那 by accident 那就是意外的、偶然的，也可以用这个副词 accidentally 来代表。
I have heard some people say on accident. It seems to be something that's said in some parts of the world, but it just means you didn't really do it on purpose. You didn't mean to. You might say, oh, sorry about your cup. I broke it by accident. I didn't mean to do it. So this makes sure the babies are fed, or to use the verb in its normal tense, feed.
没错，原形动词是 feed 这个字，那我们来看一下怎么解释吧。Feed 这个动词呢，解释为喂养或是提供食物。那它的三态是 feed, fed, fed， 要小心。那我们可以喂养一个人或是一只动物 ，feed a person or an animal. So for example, I always forget to feed my cat. No wonder he keeps meowing. 代表我总是忘记喂我的猫，难怪它一直喵喵叫。那我们还有一种说法，我们可以说 feed food to a person or an animal。像是呢 ，the kids are feeding bread to the pigeons， 孩子正在喂鸽子吃面包。那单词例句给的是呢 ，Don't feed dogs chocolate, it will make them sick。不要喂食狗狗巧克力，巧克力是会让它们生病的。
So you could say you feed the cats twice a day. Is that how often you normally feed yours? That's how often
Or maybe 3 times a day.
Oh, lucky cat. Well, this baby gets fed, again, that's the past tense, some light from the moon by accident. She's not supposed to drink it, and we learn this, drinking the moonlight, gives the baby magic powers. So that brings us back to our article title, The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and the first question are to warm up about magic powers.
没错 ，magic powers 这个神奇的力量、魔力在这边出现了。有一次呢，女巫不小心让婴儿误食了月光，一吃下去之后，这个婴儿就有了魔力。
Yeah, I'm not sure if it's a good idea to have a baby with magic powers. They don't really control things very well.
Yeah, how are they going to use it? Or where are they going to use it?
Ooh, who knows? A baby with magic powers could just break stuff because babies don't know what they're doing. We'll find out more about these powers and what happens in tomorrow's lesson. But right now, let's go to our review time activity.
Review time.
So one of the phrasal verbs we used today was give up. And we also looked at give, like give somebody something, give something to someone. So let's look at a few other phrasal verbs we can use with the word give. Give up, we've got the one in the article, which is like here, you take it. But there's another meaning to give up, right?
It can mean that you stop doing something.
Exactly.
Right? Give up drinking.
Yeah, or just...
Give up playing video games.
Yeah, or just, oh, this is too hard. I give up.
对，放弃或是停止。
Okay, we've also got to give away something.
To give away something, 那就把东西给出去。
Yeah, you just go, okay, I don't need this, I'm giving it away. Maybe somebody else needs it more. I don't want paying for it, I'm just giving it away. And sometimes when that happens, you might have to give it back.
Give it back 那就是回馈。
Now, here's a similar one to give up. We might say give in. You say,
So like surrender?
yeah, you just like, ow, 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 that hurts, I give in. Or somebody's playing a guessing game with you and you just go, I give in. I don't know the answer.
屈服了，臣服了。
Tell me about it. So what about give out?
Give out something, you mean?
Yeah, you could like give out books in a class or give out
分
some...
配分发。
Yeah, that kind of means you give them to everybody who wants one. There's also another meaning, a bit more informal, to give out about something, which means in some parts of the world to complain about it.
哦，抱怨。
Yeah, if you're complaining, you just go, oh, this thing's so bad, I really hate it. Look at how stupid it is. You are giving out about that thing. There's another informal phrase that I'm going to teach you, which is give over, which is quite a British one. Usually means, I don't believe that. Give over. That's not true.
就叫他不要再说了，你不会相信的。You don't believe what the
Exactly.
person
Give
say.
over. That can't be right. That's one you might hear in parts of the UK. So there's a bunch of different phrasal verbs. There are more out there that you can use with give. There's lots and lots of different ways to use this verb with different prepositions. That's all we've got time for today, but join us again tomorrow for part 2 of our story. See you then. Bye for now.
Bye.
The Girl Who Drank the Moon. Warm-up question. What kind of magic power would you want to have? Why?
Once a year, the elders of the town make a sacrifice. They give a baby to the witch. This time, though, the mother won't give up her baby daughter.
You cannot have her,
She says, but the elders still take the baby away. Soldiers take the mother away to live with the sisters of the star. She goes mad with sorrow. They call her the Mad Woman. The elders leave the baby in the forest. The witch Zan comes along to save her. She always saves the babies and gives them to new families. However, by accident, she feeds this baby light from the moon. This gives the baby magic powers.
word power.
Elder, elder. The people asked the town elder for advice about the future. He was old and had a lot of experience. The people asked the town elder for advice about the future. He was old and had a lot of experience. Mad, mad. Jeff's parents went mad with worry when their son didn't come home on time. Jeff's parents went mad with worry when their son didn't come home on time. Forest, forest. There is a forest behind my house. You can see lots of different trees and plants there. There is a forest behind my house. You can see lots of different trees and plants there. Feed, feed. Feed, fed, fed. Don't feed dogs chocolate. It will make them sick. Don't feed dogs chocolate. It will make them sick.
认识字汇
Sacrifice. Sacrifice. Witch. Witch. Sorrow. Sorrow. Mad woman. Mad woman.